Okay, thank you so much. You're most welcome to Primary 1 class. This is teacher Ben Olepor, learning facilitator at Yaka Digital Learning Network. Today, we are going to look at a new topic, which is learned in Literacy 1 in Primary 1, and that is sanitation. So I would love Linus to spell for us the word sanitation. Yes, Linus?
Sanitation. S A N I T A T I O N.
Very good. That is
Sanitation.
very good. That is the word sanitation. So what do we understand by the word sanitation? What is sanitation? That is what we need to look at here. What is sanitation? Is there anybody with an idea? If you have an idea, let's share. What is sanitation? What is sanitation? If someone talks about sanitation, what is sanitation? Divine, do you know anything about sanitation? Please feel free, unmute, then leave the microphone open. Yes, speak to us. Linus?
Yes.
What is sanitation? Okay. Since this is a new term, a new word that we are looking at in Primary 1, so sanitation is done everywhere, at home, at school, in the market, in the town. So everywhere you can do sanitation. And sanitation is simply, we are now giving the meaning of the word sanitation. Sanitation is the general cleanness of our environment. If you don't want to say the word general cleanness of our environment, you will simply say sanitation is the way of keeping our environment clean. So let's take a look at what we have said, what we are supposed to write down. This is the word sanitation. We say that is the keeping of our environment clean. So I want a divine to repeat that definition, that meaning. What is sanitation? Divine? Divine, can you read that statement? What is sanitation? Mark, can you help us? What is sanitation?
Sanitation is the keeping of our environment clean.
Good. Can you repeat that again? Sanitation is the keeping of our environment clean. Can you repeat that?
Sanitation is keeping our environment clean.
Is the keeping of our environment clean. As simple as that. So that is what you need to know about sanitation. So we also want to move ahead and look at other things. areas. Which are these places? Which places do we need to clean in our environment? When you talk about the environment refers to things around us, things that surround us. Where you are, what are the things that surround you? You are at home, there are a lot of things that surround you. You have plants, you have animals, you have different things, including houses. They make what we call the environment. So how do you keep the house clean? How do you keep the compound clean? How do you keep your place clean? So we are talking about that. So, but later we shall look at those ways, how you can keep those places clean. So before we talk about ways of keeping those places clean, how you can keep like a kitchen clean, let's first mention those places that we need to keep clean. Those places at home that we need to keep them clean. The places at home that we need to keep clean. So let's mention those places so that we can go ahead and look at the ways. Places that we need to clean at home. Let me start with Princess. Can you mention some places at home which need to be cleaned? Princess? The places at home that need to be cleaned. Let me ask Mark. Mark, can you tell us the places at home that need to be kept clean?
Sink.
Come again?
Sink.
Correct. Another one?
Table.
Correct. Another one?
Floor.
Come again? The floor?
The
Correct.
floor.
Another one? Okay, let's hear from Princess.
Window.
Which places do we need to clean at home? Princess? Princess is not speaking. Okay, so let me list down those places. Some of them Mark was able to mention. So one of the places that you need to keep clean is the bathroom, the store or stores, where you keep very many things at home. You need to keep those places clean. You also need to keep the house clean. That's why every time the house is swept, the house is mopped, the house is organized, because we need to keep sanitation. So when you see someone sweeping the compound, that person is doing what we call sanitation. When someone is cleaning the store, that person is promoting sanitation. When someone is cleaning the bathroom, that person is promoting sanitation, is keeping the bathroom clean. When you're cleaning the store, you're keeping the store clean. If you're cleaning the house, you're keeping the house clean. And that is what we call promoting sanitation. And then including the toilets, we also have the compound, we have the kitchen, we have the rubbish pit, we also have the bedroom. You have to keep it clean, and also the dining hall, where you go and eat. It has to be clean, as simple as that. So these are some of the places which you need to clean. Those are some of the places that you need to clean. And even they are at home. Those places are just at home. They are just in our environment. And then we need to keep them clean to promote sanitation. Before we move further to look at how we can clean, how we can keep the bathroom clean, how we can keep the store clean, you will tell me, suppose they tell you that clean that store, how are you going to clean it? You will tell me. If they tell you clean the compound, how are you going to clean the compound? If they tell you clean the kitchen, how are you going to clean the kitchen? The bedroom, how? The dining hall, how? The toilets, how are you going to clean the toilets? As simple as that. So let's first have these words spelled. I want design Princess to spell for us the word kitchen. Princess, spell for us the word kitchen. Just unmute and then leave it like that. Continue. Oh, she doesn't. I think her internet is poor. Yes, Princess? Spell the word kitchen. You first pronounce the word, then you spell, then again pronounce. I think Princess is not able to speak. Let's hear from. I see Princess hand up. Please go ahead. Spell the word kitchen. Yes, Princess, we are listening. Let me give chance to Mark. Mark, can you spell for us the word kitchen?
Kitchen.
Yes.
Kitchen. Kitchen.
Good. The word is kitchen. Can you also spell for us the word compound?
Compound. C O M P O U N D. Compound.
Correct. The word is compound. What about stores? Can you spell the word stores?
Stores. S T O R E S. Stores.
Good. The word is stores. What about rubbish pit? Rubbish pit.
Rubbish bin.
Mm-hmm.
R U D D D I S H P I T. Rubbish pit.
Rubbish pit. As simple as that. Now, Linus and probably Prince Divine. I really want to interact with Divine, but it seems I don't know what the problem is. Divine, can you spell for us the word bed? Just bed only. Bed. Can you spell for us the word bed? Divine, your microphone is mute. Yes, speak to us. Your microphone is mute. Okay, it seems she has issues with communication or speaking or some technical glitch, I don't know. I have a question for you guys. How can you clean the stores? Mark, assuming Lina tells you to clean the store, what will you do? How are you going to clean the store?
Mopping.
Come again? Mopping. Good. What about the compound? How will you clean the compound?
Sweeping.
Good. Sweeping. What about the toilets? How will you clean the toilets?
Scrubbing.
Very good. You can scrub the toilets. As simple as that. So Mark has talked about sweeping, mopping the stores, mopping the house, scrubbing the toilets, sweeping the compound. What about the kitchen? What about the kitchen? What about the kitchen? How are you going to clean the kitchen?
Wiping.
Come again?
Wiping.
Wiping. Okay. Okay, that's it. For Princess, she has problems with, I don't know what the problem is, but I need to speak to Princess so much. So let's continue. Let's take a look at something else, the ways of cleaning these places. We need to know ways of cleaning these places or these areas. I'm very grateful that Mark was able to tell us mopping, sweeping, you have scrubbing, and so many other ways. So those are the ways of keeping sanitation in your area. They are ways of keeping sanitation in your area, keeping hygiene, keeping good hygiene in your area. You can keep good hygiene in your area in these different ways. One, if it is the compound, you can decide to. Yes, Linus, can you read first that?
Slashing the compound.
Good, slashing the compound. Then that one? What about this one? That is mopping.
Mopping.
Mopping. You also have sweeping. You have digging. In case it has some grass, you can dig and remove some grass or weeds. Then you can also pick rubbish. Picking rubbish. If it is even though it is at school, sometimes we ask you to remove the rubbish. Go and pick the rubbish in the compound. So you go and pick rubbish in the compound. The reason why we do that, because we want to keep our environment clean. We want to keep our compound clean. The reason why we slash our compound is to keep it clean. The reason why we mop the houses, we mop the stores, the sitting rooms, and even the dining rooms, it's because we need to keep those places clean. As simple as that. We also have this one, spraying. You can clean the place by spraying. When you spray, you're killing the dangerous insects. The dangerous insects, which can bring diseases. And then we have burning rubbish. Burning rubbish. You can burn the rubbish. After collecting, especially in the rubbish pit, you can burn that rubbish. After collecting, take it to the rubbish pit, then burn it from there. Other than collecting it, when you collect it, it becomes bad in the environment. So you should always make sure you burn the rubbish. And then we also have this one, scrubbing. Linus told us about this for the toilets. You can scrub the toilets. You don't say mopping the toilets. You simply say scrubbing the toilets. And you have to know the spellings of these words: scrubbing, burning, spraying, picking, digging, sweeping, mopping, slashing. You need to know those spellings. You need to know those spellings, because if you don't, you need to know those spellings, because if you don't, you will simply fail to do what you're supposed to do. So basically, that is what I want you guys to know. The other one is smoking the latrines. Latrines need to be smoked. You need to smoke the latrines. If it is the latrines, if you have the latrines, you smoke the latrines. If it is the toilets, you have to scrub the toilets. If it is the latrines, you can simply smoke. You can simply smoke the latrines. If it is the compound, some compounds have fences. There are these fences that are made up of plants. They are called live fences. You just plant plants, some small nice flowers in your compound. So after doing that, then you can trim after some time to keep them at the same size. You can trim the flowers. The flowers. So when you trim, you make your compound look nice. That's why we say that one way of keeping these areas clean, our compounds clean, our houses clean, our kitchens clean, is by doing these following things. Especially for the compound, you can trim the flowers in the compound. Trimming, as simple as that. So this is what we need to know. Once more, I need the Princess to read for us this first statement. That first statement where my cursor is pointing at. I don't want you to get out without anything. Yes. We can't hear anything. Okay, let me give Mark to read for us this, starting from the heading up to the last. Mark, can you go on?
Ways of cleaning these areas.
Ways of cleaning these areas. Can you repeat that? Can you repeat that? Say ways of cleaning these areas.
Ways from cleaning these areas. Slashing compound.
Slashing the compound.
Slashing the compound. Mopping.
Good.
Digging.
Good.
Picking. Rubbish. Spraying. Running rubbish. Scrubbing. Trimming.
Trimming. Then lastly,
Smoking. A drink.
smoking the latrines. As simple as that. So for today, that is basically what we wanted to share. That is what we wanted to share. We started with sanitation. We say that sanitation is the keeping of our environment clean. And then we went ahead and looked at the places in our environment or in the place where we live, which need to be cleaned. And then we identified those places. We say that the place that needs to be cleaned is, if you can get there. So one of the places which needs to be cleaned is the bathroom. Another place that needs to be cleaned is the store. Another place that needs to be cleaned is the house. Another place that needs to be cleaned is the toilet. Another place that needs to be cleaned is our compound, the kitchen, the rubbish pit, the bedroom, and then the dining hall. So these are the places that need to be cleaned. These are the areas in our environment, in the place we live, that need to be cleaned. That need to be cleaned. As simple as that. So that is that. So I don't know. I need Divine to say something. Let me wait. Yes, Divine. Because we have come to the end, these are areas that need to be cleaned. So I need you to go through these areas that need to be cleaned, and then the ways of cleaning them. Unfortunately, you unmute, then you don't speak. You keep your microphone mute. Yes, we are listening. We are not hearing anything. So that is it. So we are looking at this, a different So we are looking at those different places that that need to be cleaned, that always kept clean, as simple as that. So just as I said, that we started with from sanitation, we say that sanitation is the keeping of our environment clean. And then we also looked at the areas that need to be kept clean. And then we went forward to look at the different ways, how the different ways of keeping these areas clean. And these are the different areas, the different ways of keeping these areas clean. So that is it for today. I want to wish you a good day, unless you have a question. If you have a question, you can ask any question.
No.
If you have question.
No.
Okay. That is good. For Linus, there is no question. So we have maybe Princess, do you have any question? Do you have any question? Okay, so if there is no question, we are going to end here. Thank you for attending. I'm going to send the notes via WhatsApp, and then you will be able to get the notes. But thank you so much. We are done. Feel free to leave the meeting. Haman, we are done. You may stop the recording and end the meeting.